her snacks to her friends. She always helped her friends when they need help. Lily always got the first one in the test. She was also good at sports. When her friends felt sad, she told her friends to keep on smiling. One day morning, Lily came up from her bedroom. She was not smiling. Her father and mother knew that there are something that made Lily sad. Lily's father and mother asked Lily. She told her parents that she got no score in the test, but her parents said that never mind, but we want you to keep smiling. Lily did like what her father and mother said, then she became happy again.
Okay, so a few grammar books, very good, very clear, right, really nice. Be careful when you say that Al said she shared her snacks to her friends. What's wrong with that? Do you share something to, or you share with your friends? You share with your friends, and you said there are some things wrong. Something is. There is something. So using is, not are. Okay, but very good story. Okay, well done. Okay, excellent. Al, well done. Good.
Mr. Anderson, can you turn the aircon on?
Yeah, turn the aircon. That means Andrew's got to shout louder. Okay, so Andrew's doing the opinion. Okay, so off you go, Andrew.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Mr. Aki. I'm doing an opinion, and the topic is there is a new injection which negates the need to go to school. Do you think taking a new kind of injection which gives you 8 hours of study is better than going to school? No. There are good sides and bad sides if you take the injection. The good side is that we won't waste money to go to school. We won't pollute the earth by using transportation like cars. We don't need to go to school. We will have more free time than we have at school. We won't be stressed if we have homework. And the teachers won't have a headache from the students. The bad side is that we will spend money for the injection. Our body will feel painful if we take the injection every day. We will not get to see our friends very often. We will get lazier and lazier instead of making our brains work. It may also be bad for our health. A lot of chemicals will enter our body, and it will be harder to find jobs for the teachers. I think going to school is better than taking the injection. I could go to school every day, but I will just take the injection once a month. Thank you.
Okay. Any questions? Right. Now, when you do the speeches, when you write them, you remember you can't say, I think it's good, blah blah blah, and these are the reasons. I think it's bad because of the reasons. You say the reasons for, the reasons that support going to school are, the reasons which are against going to school are, and then you can put your opinion, however I think. But if you say that, I think chocolate is bad because it gives you spots and makes you fat, but I like chocolate because I think it's good because it makes you feel happy. Say, well, which one? You can say that the advantages of chocolate are that it makes you happy. It releases what's called endorphins into your body, but the disadvantages are that it can make you fat. But, however, my opinion is, yeah? Okay, so very, very good. Okay, Andrea, that was really good. Well thought out. Nothing wrong in the grammar there. That was very good. Really impressed. Okay, Yunji, who is your photo of? Sean. Sean, we're going to find Sean, so we have a look at Sean. Okay, now Sean's is going to be quite interesting because I don't know if he did the photo or whether he was just not knowing what to do. But this is Sean's picture. So it could be that Sean was, what should I do? It could be Sean was, I'm feeling sick. Right? So we don't know. We're going to see what your interpretation, what your understanding. I would write a story about a guy who lost his mind, couldn't do anything. You might be writing a story about a person with a fever or a person. So our interpretations will be different for the expressions, okay? Okay, are you ready then? So let's see what you made of that expression. Off you go.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, friends. Today I'm going to tell you a story about Sean's expression. And the title is So Tired. Another boring class. Oh no, moaned Doodly as he scribbled on his maths book. Doodly was a boy who loved playing cranks and hated studying. His mathematics teacher, Miss Andrew, said, blah 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 blah, competition tomorrow, word problem, blah blah blah, prize, blah 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 blah. Prize? Doodly jumped up. What prize? He shrieked. Silence, shouted Mrs. Andrew. The prize will be $1,000 for this competition, and please put your hand up if you want to attend that competition. Then she added, if you want to go, I will help you practice with your maths. Maths? Doodly wailed. Why maths? He thought. His head always hurted and got tired when he did maths. But how about the $1,000? He said. He couldn't give away $1,000. Were there any good ideas? When he got home, he sat on the floor and covered his forehead. He thought for a moment. Hey, what are you doing? You must practice maths. He studied and studied mathematics all day. Every 5 minutes he had to cover his head because his head was so hurt like that. And after 3 hours of studying like that, he fainted. Next morning, he slowly opened his eyes and he was in the competition. He was in the hospital. And the competition was about to start. Oh no! Why did I study for 3 hours? While he was screaming and moaning like that, Andrew, his ex-best friend, won the prize. Andrew, what is ex-best friend?
Okay, right now. Okay, so indeed, good story, nice story. No, but do you think Yunji wrote all those words down, or was she making it up as she?
She's making it up.
Did you make things up as you were reading it, or did you read what exactly was on the book?
No, some of them.
Right, so you embellished, you expanded a bit on it. Yeah, that was okay. Now remember, what's the past tense of hurt?
Hurt.
Hurt. Not hurted. Yeah, remember, no ed on hurted. Yeah. Right, he was hurt, and you can't. He was so. You don't say so hurt. You say he was hurt. Yeah, he was in so much pain. You could say. Okay, Lana. Okay, so you're doing the opinion piece. Okay, Lana, off you go.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I will be giving my opinion of a new injection that helps you be smart and you don't need to study. The good things about the injection is we will be very smart. We don't have to go to school and we will have free time at home. We don't need to spend money for car or social studies. The bad things of the injection. We don't have friends when we go out to school, and we can go for a holiday every day. The medicine has chemicals in our body, and it will cause our body to get weaker. And every time if you do it every day, it will hurt your arm so much, and it will cause you to have marks on your arm. Personally, I think the injection is not good. However, if you are stressed doing your homework, it is good to have the injection.
Okay, good. Okay. Now, the only grammar thing in there is that the good things is.
Good things are.
Good things are being plural, yeah. So good, well done. Okay. Nice one. Okay. Right, okay.
Wait, see the picture?
So whose picture did you do?
Alice.
Elle's picture. Where's Elle? Okay. So now I'm not sure with Elle's picture. This is Elle's picture. Right, now I'm not sure if it's like me. I have a very big problem smiling. When I smile, I'm like, I can smile like, but when I try and smile with my teeth, I can't do it. And I'm not sure whether Elle is smiling with her teeth or whether she's grimacing. If you grimace like, so I'm not sure. This could be interpreted as a grimace, or it could be as a smile. So it's up to you how you interpret it. Okay? Okay, off you go.
Good afternoon, Mr. Aki, and good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm going to tell you my story. There was once a girl named Smiley. She never gets sad or angry. She is always in a good mood. Whatever her friends does to her, she never gets sad. If a friend blames her, she'll never say anything. There are some bad things that happen to her. One day, when Miss Millie was on her way to school, there was a boy riding on his bicycle and hit Miss Millie's bag. And all the things that were in Miss Millie's bag scattered all around the floor. But the boy did not turn back to Miss Millie or even didn't say anything. But Miss Millie just sighed and put in the things back in. Then she carried on walking to school. There was one time that Miss Millie was in the toilet. That time, there was Miss Rudy. She is very rude and likes to tease and gossip about people. So, Miss Millie got out from the toilet room. Then Miss Rudy wants her attention and dragged her in the toilet room and dipped her head in the toilet. This time, Miss Millie was so angry. She never imagined that she would be so angry. She cannot control herself. So she said to Miss Rudy to go out quickly before she is super angry. So Miss Rudy went out. After Miss Millie calmed down in the toilet, she went out and saw Miss Rudy. Then Miss Rudy was so sorry for making Miss Millie mad. She never thought that Miss Millie would be this mad. She was so sorry until she kneeled down and she promised to Miss Millie not to do it again.
So, a couple of things. Toilet room.
I don't know how to call it. Bathroom.
In the bathroom, or do you mean in the cubicle where the door is?
The door. I mean, you know, in the bathroom there will be,
Yeah, cubicles.
I don't know.
Okay, cubicles. Did you say toilet room and you mean bathroom? I remember you said that she just sighed. She just sighed. Yeah, I know. It's okay, but sometimes what you write and what you pronounce can be different. In English, it's very hard because if you don't pronounce it, it has a different meaning. Yes, you say she just sighed. So sighed. Okay, good one, English2. Okay, thank you. Okay. We come in Jordan, who I know desperately want to do his reading story. Okay. Are you ready for your opinion? Off you go.
Good afternoon, Mr. Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm going to say about my opinion on topic. Injections of school. Do you think that people should take special injections then go to school? Well, in my opinion, I think that you should learn at school. Here are my reasons below. Firstly, taking the injection will hurt. Imagine a needle poking into the skin 5 times a week. Your shoulder and hand will be covered with bandages after 1 month. Also, it would hurt people age of 6 and 7. Imagine them crying nearly every day. Secondly, the cost. Since the chemicals were hard to make, the price of the injection would be tremendous. So buying injection is not a good idea because you'll waste your money instead of relying on maybe school supplies or food. Lastly, your health. Think about it. Injecting chemicals into your body might mess up your brain and might make you go blind. What if something bad was placed in the injection? Also, there might be side effects like nausea or long-time pain. So, in conclusion, I definitely believe that taking injections is a bad idea. Everyone should just go to real schools. Do you?
Remember, if you write an article and you ask questions, can people reply? Right? So it's pretty hard if you finish with do you, well, how can I reply to that? So you basically, on an essay you would write, I don't think it's a good idea because of these reasons. Also, if you say here are my reasons, do you need to put the word below?
No.
Because it's not going to be above or underneath it, right? So that's just a superfluous word. You just say, here are my reasons. But very well written, very well spoken, Jordan. So really good from there. I don't know if you balanced up how much your dad's taxes have to pay for all the schools, the food, the travel, and whether this would be the same price as an injection.
No, but you might also travel even though with the injection.
You might do, yeah, or you might just have a little tube in your arm and inject it there, so there's no needles all the time. But it's good.
Injection.
Yeah. One injection, you can inject into a tube. You have to inject into a person all the time, yeah? If you're in hospital for a long time and you're having injections every day, they'll put a tube into your arm and then they'll come along every day and squirt into that tube if you've ever been in hospital for a long time. They won't keep giving you a fresh injection because that's going to hurt. Yeah? But okay, well done Jordan, good. Okay, Nikki. Whose face is it, Nikki?
Nice.
Nice, okay. Nikki being in year 6, we gave Nikki. Now, Nice's photo was...
Wait, it's like this. No, mine might be like this.
No, he's like this.
Yeah, where? Like this.
Yeah, something like that. You look at the photo. Usually doesn't. He's just the attention highlight. Like that.
That's in the photo.
No, but he's just.
Oh yeah, nice. So Nice's photo.
See?
So Nice could be saying, this could be, you know, when kids say loser, back to front loser, which is the winner.
Super.
Right? It could be someone who's going like, can I ask a question? Right? But like I told year 3 today, actually, we tricked you. Because these photos aren't really for this, these photos are for the school yearbook. So we're putting all these photos onto your school yearbook. And so Sean is going to be doing this on his phone. I'm joking.
I think this is the best reaction to your knee.
Okay, are you ready then? Okay, listen then. So the expression was from Nice. Okay, off you go.
Hello, Mr. Ashby. Hello, friends. The story is called Sid and the Concert. One day there was a boy named Sid. He lived with his mother in a little farm. Sid was a boy that loved to dance and sing, but he was just too clumsy. In the morning, Sid's mom woke him up to go to school, but Sid didn't like to go to school. But it was not about the ride to school, but it was John and his friend Mike. John and Mike always bully him. That is why Sid does not like to go to school. When Sid got to school, he went to the soccer field to play with the other friends. When Sid got to the soccer field, he went in and play soccer. But when he got in there, everyone wanted him to go out because he tripped everyone over and made them hurt. So when he got out from the soccer field, a girl ran to him and said that there will be a concert coming to school tomorrow. Then Sid was surprised when that girl said that there will be a concert coming tomorrow. On that day, when he went back home, he turned on a song that was sang by the band that was coming to the concert. Then he sang some word that came out of his mind to go in the song. Then suddenly a man with a black suit came to him and said that the word that he sang was beautiful. After that, 4 men approached him. Then he realized that it is his favorite band. So they asked if they could stay in the barn for one night because the limo was broken. So he said, of course. On the next day, the man that wore the black suit, or the manager of the band, saw him at school. So the manager asked him to join the concert. So he sang with the band and with his handsome action.
Alright, good, okay, well done. Good, good. So, Nikki's was quite long there, a lot of detail in Nikki's, yeah? So if I was doing it and scoring it, I'd say, well, how was the beginning? How was the middle? How was the end? Do you think that you had an equal balance in all 3? Which do you think was the better, the beginning, middle, or the end?
Middle and end.
Middle and end. So you would say that if you were going to write it for next week, you would go back and practice making the beginning a bit more exciting or a bit more. Okay, good. That's good reflection. If you well done.
Nikki, is this big when and the ends referred?
Yes.
Yeah. So.
High five.
Okay. Good. Okay. So now. Okay. You ready? Yeah.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, class. Good afternoon, Mr. Akios. If I would choose to take an injection or go to school, I would choose to go to school. Because the good things are we got friends and we don't need to the pros is we got friends and we could learn lots of things from our friends. The cons is we could be stressed about the homework. And if we took an injection, we could. The pros is don't need to be stressed about homework. We could go to library every day. We could see our parents every hour, minute, and second. The pros is it's bad for our health. It may be expensive, and it may have lots of chemicals inside. It could go inside our bodies. Thank you.
Okay, but now you said the pros are it could be expensive. Now pros are things for it.
Oh, the cons.
And the cons. But when you're doing writing, you don't need to write pros and cons. You need to write advantages, disadvantages. Remember, when you're writing an essay, if you can use vocabulary at the next level. If I write there was a dog, that's going to get me level 1. If I wrote there was a fierce dog, that might get me level 2. If I wrote he was a tremendously fierce dog, that might get me level 4. If I wrote it was the hound from Mars, vicious to an end, that might get, wow, that vocabulary is. So try to use vocabulary which you can, right, that you can use a bit more, okay? Okay, right, okay. Sean, who was your photo of?
Guns.
Guns. By the way, after we finish now, I delete these photos off, okay? So they don't stay on I don't want photos of Mel smiling on my phone.
Can we show everyone else's photos?
So there was Gun.
Do
So Gun looks like Gun has just won the lottery. so Gunn looks like he just won the lottery. Right, or he's about to give someone a big bear hug. So we don't know. Again, let's see what Sean's interpretation was, shall we? Okay. Yeah.
Today I'm going to write about my narrative story. The title is He Never Smiled Again. One sunny bright morning in the year 5000, little Cougar jumped out. He was a very naughty boy. Although he was talkative and cheeky, he was a very adorable boy. He would never do his homework and would be very obnoxious, but he could get along with people very well. So anyway, Cougar loved to do his so-called experiments. He would do it after school, but on weekends he would have the whole day for the experiments. Today was Saturday. Cougar wore his electronic jumpsuit and took his USB-powered scooter. His bulldog, Fatso, ran after him. He rode all the way to the green hills. Cougar made sure that the sidewalk guards were there. He slowly made his way through the solar-powered electric fence. There were so many robotic worms. That was the only thing Fatso could eat. He chased down between the grassy plains. Cougar tied the bag of electronic worms. He laughed and said to Fatso, "You've got a fancy dinner right here." Then he stopped laughing. His mouth was frozen. He looked like he had gotten into a coma for 10 years. "The River of Dreams," screamed Cougar. The River of Dreams was an imaginary river which was in the middle of the grassy plains. It was said that very few have actually seen it. Instead of water, there are clouds. The River of Dreams is said to have two different kinds of pearls. One is the cloud pearls, the other is the thunder pearls. Cloud pearls give you good luck, but thunder pearls give you bad luck. Cougar reached his hand into the cloudy waters and finally caught one pearl. He was so excited. He closed his eyes, pulled the pearl out, but it was a thunder pearl. Cougar got the biggest shock of his life. He was sadder than ever. He walked home with his glum face. While Cougar was walking home, he noticed that Fatso was acting weird. He was acting like how dogs act when there's a disaster. Suddenly a gigantic UFO came and zapped Cougar out. 2 hours later, Cougar was returned. But he didn't really act like the Cougar way. He never laughed anymore. He never danced and sung anymore. He was awesome at his study, but he was very quiet and boring. His friends at school called him Dalga. But the worst thing was he never smiled.
When he does something, it's like finding a diamond. Right? It's like finding that pearl he was talking about, because you could see he was loving reading that story. Even when he was reading it to himself, he's like, oh. Right? So he was actually having fun reading his own stories. I was a bit worried somebody was going to laugh too much at his own story, right? But you could see that he's found something that he likes to do. Right? And so his imagination ran wild, which is good. Yeah, remember pearls, how the pearls, quite a good, clever idea with the pearls. Now he could go back and he could write something like that, change a few things, right, and expand on that story. But that story, the good thing is it's always going to be there for him, ready to pick up and write with that story. Okay, I thought he was writing about Gun a bit when he said about experiments, and he's, I thought, okay. So it's quite good, and it went off.
What was his name again?
Right. So he did very well with that one. Oh.
Injection in your skin every day, and it'll hurt a lot. And there are maybe chemicals that destroy your cells and screw up your brain and then make your health not healthy. And
you don't have physical stuff. No, I mean things in school, and you don't meet your friends. And less. How do you say this? Never mind. But lastly, I decide I should just get one injection a week or injections a week. So it doesn't damage your body too much. And you could also learn 8 more hours or 16 more hours a week by injection. By the injection.
Okay, so remember, I think those of you that did the opinion, the expository one is I've been quite hard to do because we're doing the same thing. You can actually say, why not offer a compromise? Like Gunn said there, maybe I wouldn't take it every day, but I'd take it a couple times a week. You could also think about abuse. What would happen, you know, me when I study, I'm not a very good student, that I tend to say, I've got a test on Saturday, but I'm not going to study today, I'll do double tomorrow. I'm not going to study Wednesday, I'll do double Thursday. Until I get to Sunday and I panic like mad, and I study all day. What about if you took the injection? I don't take the injection today, I'll take 2 tomorrow. And then by the end of the week, so I'll take 5 injections. Maybe there's some parents who decide, actually, Andrea's taking 8, so I want to give you 2 injections every day. You can take it, you're tough. Right? Maybe you get people selling wrong injections. So I've just taken an 8-hour injection in Thai. I don't speak Thai, so what's the point in learning 8 hours of injections in Thai? Right? So there are the pros and cons, or as Mel said, the cons and pros, right, in it. Okay, now we have about